Something unusual. I must make another video because there's something I have to tell you. Now, when I got to City of London Polytechnic, I was in a halls residence called Claredale, and I was in the finance department in Liverpool Street in the City of London, near Whitechapel Library, not far from St Paul's in Barbican. When I was at Southbank Polytechnic, I was in Corlin Grove in Stockwell, and I was in the engineering and science department, the building in Elephant and Castle, near London Bridge. There's something I have to tell you. The biology field trip in I think it was in the upper sixth or the lower sixth, before the A levels, we went to a place called Kendal for a week. And I remember our family, when my father worked in Whitehaven, and we went to visit him once. My mother, my brother, my sister. Now we went twice, but we never went to his quarters. Remember, we went somewhere. We went to a farm somewhere in the Pennines, and I think we spent one night, all of us, all five of us, and played that game of Scrabble. And he told me not to say something because that child's grandmother had died, so I didn't say it. And remember, we had been to Kendal the first time we visited our father in Whitehaven, the only time when I raced that tennis ball down the hill alone, and we couldn't play tennis because there were no nets. And the rackets weren't very good we had. And I brought two rackets. One was good, one was nothing. And we walked, the three of us alone, along the seawall. And I said then, well, this is dangerous then, so they would understand. We once walked along the seawall in Devon, Nonya, Emily, and I, and that was dangerous. And I told them we were on the beach when the sea was coming in, so I said, these steps. And we had to walk, and we found a way to get up the cliff, and we saw the steps, and we went up them. We could have died then, and we would have been attacked in Whitehaven on that seawall when we were alone, but we weren't attacked. And Monica found his way home safe because of Brighton Rock. Remember, we were there in Brighton with a Daisy once at Blackpool. I apologise, Blackpool Rock. A Daisy was there with us, and we bought Blackpool Rock. And I was told to remember to bite it, not suck it. So I bit it, and that's why the three of us in this country have been safe all our lives, because of that Blackpool Rock. And rock is nothing. That sweets, all those sweets for children, nougat, fudge, rock, candy frosties, all shit, sherbet pips. But that Blackpool Rock, which all three of us had, and a Daisy was there, and my mother and my father. It's the only reason America lives and Nonya lives, and it's nothing to do with me. I mean, I'm not going to be the reason for concentration camps and gas chambers and the genocide and the enslavement of my people. It's nothing to do with the will or arrogance or strength or revolution or rebellion of a man. And this is the power of God, and it is the whole culmination of human history since the fall of Eden and Cain killing Abel. Now, Daisy wouldn't believe me, nobody would. I talked to her about the Black Nation and the New Nation and all these things, but this is it. It's not the Black Panthers or Black consciousness or revolutionary movements or the Haitian Revolution or the Jacobins or the end of slavery. It is the second coming of God to all creation in human flesh, but I will be God when I'm dead. And God has seven spirits, remember. That is Revelation, and it is Paul's letters. And I am one of the seven spirits of God. I am the Lord's angel. I am the angel of death. And I will drive the entire white race into hell as Gideon did, Zerubbabel. And remember, Abel was Abel Melanin. Now, Kendal, remember, the Bounty field trip went to Kendal, and we had already been there. That's where I bought Kendal mint cake. And I kept it for 2 years, and or 18 months. And I took it to Wales when we went cycling, the four of us. And their fathers were there, and someone's mother with their father, and you were there. And I had that bicycle from Heather, which I rode once in Liverpool when I came back up a hill, and turned back. I never rode it again. And I rode a bicycle once more when Alan Sawyer gave me a bicycle to fetch a coat after the fence. And remember, I went to Heathrow Airport and I called you and I called Alan Sawyer in there and I got home. Remember how ill I was? I was never ill. It was the devil. The devil. The devil is real. And all these people are dog shit Satan. In the segment, I heard voices. Everyone on earth hears voices. But what do they obey? Now they intend to know God. And almost every white person on earth that says they're a Christian is actually a Satanist. And there's no such thing as atheism, it's Satanism. And if a white person was not a Satanist, they'd just go die, not oblivion. But the Bible doesn't know that. Ezekiel said, no white person will die, every white person will go to hell if they're descended from either. Now, Daniel, the statue of Nebuchadnezzar, not Egyptians, but Babylonians, Medo-Persians, Iranians, Greeks, Romans, Europeans, including the Turks, they will all go to hell. They're descended from Babylonians, Medo-Persians, Iranians, Greeks, Romans, medieval European slavers. These people will go to hell. The others will go to oblivion. That's Hinduism, Sufism, anything that comes from the East as a religion. That is their fate. Nothing else. They copy Christians or Judaism or any of this bullshit. They will go to oblivion and they'll suffer and worship God as slaves, either as animals or whatever they fucking suffer. Now, black people will go to one of three heavens, or heaven, the actual heaven. But if they're in the other heavens, they will live in perfect joy and peace and tranquility and mercy and love. But those heavens will one day end. And not in 10,000 years, but when the sun goes out. But when the sun goes out, heaven will continue. The actual heaven is just there. The Godhead and its form like life as we are alive. Now you can understand that because three of us are your children, so how do we exist? We come of you, and that is how heaven exists with God. Now I am telling you the truth, and nothing is left to chance. You recognize me, I know, and don't be afraid. There's nothing to fear. We are in the Holy Ghost, and I hope you can enjoy these times, and you have a long life to live, and we will live in tranquility and meekness and perfect love. And there is no greater honor on earth or grace other than that given to the Virgin Mary.